Oh, I'm just saving this picture of Assange here. I like this picture. It looks good here. Okay. So I'm going to use that for later. And oh man, this was really fun. So Nancy Pelosi has just been voted again Speaker of the House. Yes. 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 And thanks to whom? Well, none other than the Fraud Squad, of course, right? None other than the Fraud Squad. So let's take a look at this, okay? Are you ready for the roller coaster? This is quite eventful. Just happened, just occurred right now, right? It just happened. So you can see here.
He's too happy about this.
216 votes, right? Let me show you the video when the House erupted in applause for Madam Pelosi.
No, come on.
The tellers agree in their tally that the total number of votes cast is 427, of which the Honorable Nancy Pelosi of the state of California has received 216.
Wow. Wow, it's a war criminal party. Wow.
The Honorable Kevin McCarthy of the state of California has received 209.
Did you catch that? 216 for Nancy Pelosi, 209 for McCarthy. Now, someone who's good at math, calculate that difference for me. If I'm not mistaken, that's 7 votes, right? 216, 209? That's a razor-thin margin. Razor-thin. Easily, I mean, easily you could have snatched the speakership from Pelosi. And, you know, not just to burn it all down, albeit I wouldn't blame you, but to demand something in exchange, yes, right, would be nice.
Something, anything.
Maybe that's how you should play politics, no? Like forcing the vote for Medicare for all? This big debate that's been going on? Yeah? Razor-thin margin. We knew it's going to be a razor-thin margin. So let's take a look at how everybody voted. Are you ready?
17 progressives.
Oh, yeah. This is good. This is good. So, you know, I was sitting here, and they did the whole roll call. So let me just explain how the process works for you, okay?
Yeah, good. I don't know.
They voted in groups of 72. I don't know, there's some house rule apparently, I don't know what it is, but they go through the list of Congress people,
Sure.
72 names at a time, okay? They don't do all 435 at once. So they call your name, right? Ocasio-Cortez, who do you vote for? Okay, Pelosi, McCarthy, whatever, write it down. So they go through the whole thing, right? And I'm sitting there and I'm waiting because, you know, I want to see how the progressives are voting, right? It's important to know this. Because, you know, they didn't ask for anything in exchange, so did the pressure work? Well, what's going on here? Okay. First one, Bowman. Jamal Bowman. Do you know who Jamal Bowman is? I'm sure you know who he is. Because I covered him before. He's, you know, a Zionist hack, essentially.
Oh, my goodness.
We've done a few videos on him. I wanted to do another one on his latest thing, but I have a huge migraine, so we'll leave that for after. But look, that's Jamal Bowman, right? I am in full support of Israel. That's him, right? This new so-called progressive. All right. Yeah, he votes for Pelosi. That's his first fucking day on the job, not his first vote. He just got sworn in, and the first thing he does is he goes and votes for Pelosi. What? Yo. That's the first thing he does, not the first fucking thing. It's his first day on the job.
Yeah.
Pelosi. Well done. Well done. Okay. Then we have Cori Bush, right? They call her name, Bush. And my brain all of a sudden thought about George Bush, you know, yeah. It's I think we're all still a little traumatized from George Bush. She calls her name again, Bush, silence. And everyone's like, oh my God, Cori Bush she didn't fold. Cori Bush stood her ground. And And you know why this is important, right? Because Jamal Bowman just got into Congress. It's his first day at work. Cori Bush as well. She just got voted in, right? These are the two newcomers to the squad, right? These are the new progressives. So it's very important to see what they're going to do on their first day. Moreover, well, I'll get to that video in a second featuring Bush and Bowman. But Bush, nothing. We didn't hear nothing. She didn't say present, and there's just silence. And everyone's like, oh, yes, she's so brave, she did it. Okay, so we keep going down the list, and you know this is a long-ass list, hundreds of names. And then we finally get to Ocasio-Cortez. Oh, by the way, of course, Ro Khanna, you probably expected that Ro Khanna voted for Pelosi. and also Jayapal, right? So that's a very interesting vote, Jayapal, for her to vote for Nancy Pelosi, because she's the author of the Medicare for All bill in the House, right? Bernie Sanders is the author of the Medicare for All legislation in the Senate, and she's the author of the same legislation in the House, right? The House version. So you would think that out of all the people, she would really put her foot down on this, because she is the author of Medicare for All. And Nancy Pelosi refuses to bring that to a vote on the House floor. No. Jayapal, Pelosi, Ro Khanna, same thing, right? All the so-called progressives, there we go. So, hold on, where were we at, man? It's such a roller coaster. Here we go. So, we finally get to Ocasio-Cortez, okay? We finally get to Ocasio-Cortez. What's gonna happen, man? Is she gonna fold? Let's listen.
Ocasio-Cortez. Ocasio-Cortez. Omar. Pelosi.
Ah! Oh, we're not done yet. We're not done yet. So you saw when they don't hear a response, they call your name twice. So we heard nothing from AOC and Bush, right? Cori Bush, AOC, we heard nothing when they first called their names. Wow. It looks like that pressure worked, maybe. Who knows? But Ilhan Omar and Ayanna Pressley, they go and vote for Nancy Pelosi? Man, what is that? What is that?
Stupid.
But no, this was not the end of the show. They got to Rashida Tlaib. Rashida Tlaib also voted for Nancy Pelosi. Yeah. And then, it just so happens at the very end, they did a recount, right? So I don't know where Cori Bush and AOC were. Maybe they were in the ladies' room. Maybe they were having brunch with Nancy Pelosi. I don't know where they were. All of a sudden, they show up. And meanwhile, you keep in mind, right up until this point, everybody's like, oh my God, AOC, yes, queen. See, she didn't vote. The pressure worked. I hate to burst your bubble.
No, you don't.
But when they did the second count, this is what happened. You ready?
Ocasio-Cortez. Pelosi.
Oh. She fell in line just like a fucking duck. All of them. And mind you, this is we're at the letter now.
Last time she voted
while
for
they just
first vote.
they'd already called Cori Bush's name again, and she voted for Pelosi as well. Every single one of these fucking progressives voted for Pelosi. All of them. There are more corporate Democrats who voted against Pelosi today than progressives. and for the most ridiculous reasons. I can't even remember this dude's name. He's saying something about wanting more more representation from the Midwest. I don't even know who that was. No, it wasn't even policy based. It wasn't even something, like I want some Medicare for all. I want health care in exchange for my vote for Pelosi. No, it's just all of them. Jamal Bowman and Cori Bush. Yeah? The squad, Ilhan Omar, AOC, Ayanna Pressley, Rashida Tlaib, and Ro Khanna and Jayapal. Wow. I mean, oh, and of course, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Barbara Lee as well. Well done. Well done. Oh, they fucked you. Oh, they fucked you, man. They fucked you so good. I mean, just the names that I listed to you now. That was 7 or more, was it not?
Why is that good? That's fucking the people. That's not good. Our government fucking us. That's terrible, Richard.
They could have easily screwed Nancy Pelosi and pulled off a cutthroat mutiny, which is the whole point, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a win-win situation. If you're, look, man, if you're positioning yourself as the average American, right? This is a win-win situation. Either you get a floor vote for Medicare for all from Nancy Pelosi, right? Or you taking that bitch down with you. Oh, you're not going to give it to us? Okay, fuck you. You're losing your speakership. It's a win-win. It's a win-win.
Right.
Now, mind you,
You can't lose.
I think you shouldn't vote for Pelosi regardless. Even if she said, yeah, we're going to have a floor vote, whatever. I mean, you can't trust that woman, first of all. Second of all, she's a war criminal. She's laughing, eating ice cream while people are suffering in the middle of a pandemic, and giving money to lobbyists and screwing you over. You know, covering for George Bush and his torture program. She knew about the waterboarding. That's who they voted for. You know, on principle alone, you should not vote for that woman. What the fuck is the difference between her and any other neocon? There's no difference. Why are you voting for her in the first place? And people are like, oh, what? What are you saying? You prefer McCarthy? No, they're the same shit. They're both crap. Do you not understand? Jesus Christ. So, here's the funny thing about Cori Bush and Jamal Bowman, right? Not just that they fucked you on their first day of work. Literally, the first thing they did, they got to their job and they fucked you.
Yeah, that's exactly what they did.
1 week ago, this is 1 week ago, look, they were both on CNN and they were asked about who they're going to vote for, right? Or rather, whether they will vote for Nancy Pelosi as Speaker of the House. Let's watch that clip.
And real quick, before I let you both go, something looking ahead at that you're both going to have to vote on, which is the Speaker of the House, Congresswoman-elect Bush. Will you vote for Nancy Pelosi as Speaker?
What I'm going to do is make sure that the voices of the people of St. Louis are heard and that we have what we need. And so you'll find out then.
That's not a yes.
I'm working with my community. That's I'm working with my community.
What?
Okay. And Congressman-elect Bowman, will you vote for Nancy Pelosi as Speaker?
So you will find out when my vote is tallied, and again, organizing with our community to figure out what's best.
I'm just curious, why, what does that mean? When you said organizing with our community, I mean, what do you want to hear from them real quick in order to make your decision on whether Nancy Pelosi should be the Speaker?
So
No, I
for
think
me,
Go ahead,
Corey.
Jamal.
No,
well,
for
real
me,
quick.
go ahead.
Sorry, we're almost out of time, actually, so just
Yeah, okay, we get it. I'll translate it for you, all right? I'll translate it for you, what that means, organizing with my community. You know what that means? That's what that means. That means conferring with Nancy fucking Pelosi. That's what it means. Deferring to party leadership, as AOC likes to put it eloquently, right? Literally. Yeah? Here, take it away. You know what he said? You know what he said? By the way, we got 1,400 people watching. Make sure you hit the like button because of the YouTube algorithm. They don't like fucking anything except mainstream media on here. So it really helps. Thank you very much. You know what Jamal Bowman said today after he cast his vote? After he screwed you?
No, what? What did he say, Richard?
Let's speak frankly with one another here. Let's speak frankly with one another. Let's not sugarcoat things. This is what he said. Okay, I'm trying to pull up his quote. So, God damn it, where is it? Here we go. Okay. Let me just zoom in for you so you can see this. It's from The Hill, okay? So, this is what Bowman said. Quote, our country needs stability right now. Motherfucker, your country needs health care right now and some fucking money. Okay, some stimulus. Yes? That's what your country needs right now, not these platitudes. What stability, what? Maybe stop destabilizing other countries, right? Bring your fucking troops home, and then you'll have money for everything. I mean,
God,
this is platitude diarrhea over here. Our country needs stability right now.
did everybody hear that?
Said coming off of the chamber floor after the vote. Quote, it's really important for the Democratic Party to come together and figure out not just how to govern for the 117th, but going forward for the country. What the fuck does that even mean? What does that even mean? This quote could have been said by a fucking random person in the 17th century, and I would not know what they're talking about. What does that mean? What are you talking about? Actually, there was no U.S. in the 17th century. Let's say 19th century, whatever. This means nothing. It's platitude diarrhea. It's platitude diarrhea. Okay? That means nothing to me. Your country needs health care. That was the whole fucking point behind force the vote. Man, these progressives, they screwed you royally. I mean, really. When we thought that AOC had not voted or abstained from voting for Pelosi, I was still complaining, and rightfully so, because the whole point, the whole strategy that they've sold you, these progressives in Congress, is that, oh, we need to get in as many progressives as possible in office, right? We need to primary as many corporate Dems as possible. Why? So that our numbers increase, then we can have more leverage in Congress, right? That's the strategy that they keep selling you. Yeah? What's the logic behind that? They vote as a block, a cohesive unit, right? So what's the fucking point? If AOC is going to vote one way and Cori Bush is going to vote one way, remember they didn't, but it looked like they had, and then the rest of the squad or these new progressives, these newcomers, vote the other way. You're not voting as a cohesive block. You're fucking useless. There's no strategy here. This is a dog's dinner. What is that? But of course, I told people, look, this is why I said. This is why I said over here. When I posted the initial video, right? I said AOC appears not to vote for Pelosi. Because I knew they were going to pull some fucking bullshit. I knew there's still a chance they could come back at the end and vote for her. I knew it. This is what they do all the time, man. You see this with regular votes, not just with speakership, right? they'll vote no or they'll abstain on the first round, and then suddenly at the end, when you're not paying attention anymore, they come back and vote yes. These people are useless at best. At best. They're fucking useless. But we know that's not the case, man. We know that's not the case. You want to laugh? Look at this. Look at this picture. Squat up. She posted this like 1 hour or during the vote. Like this is from just 2 hours ago, right? When they were having the speakership vote. I mean, look, man, I'm not going to lie. They look fresh as fuck. All of them, man. They look fucking awesome. But you see, that's the problem. That's the issue. They look cool. It's like a boutique. Okay. I'm enjoying the view. This is nice. This is pleasant. Where are the fucking votes? Where's the healthcare? Y'all look fresh. You look amazing. Where's the healthcare? Where is the Medicare for all? Where is the shit that you ran on? You can do both, you know. You can do both. And then Ilhan Omar says, unbought, and unbossed. Oh, man. So I had to chime in. I asked her how many gallons of designer ice cream did it take for Pelosi to get your vote. We know that Pelosi enjoys her designer ice cream. I know Jimmy had a good laugh at this, too. He had a good laugh at that. Pelosi's your boss. You're definitely boss. All right. I mean, if these people, like, every single one of these newcomers, the squad, whatever, the progressives in Congress, if they had run on, I'm going to get a PAYGO exemption passed. I'm going to vote for Nancy Pelosi to be Speaker of the House 2 times. They would have never been elected. No one would have voted for that shit. Why? Because you sound like a corporate Dem. And you don't know how to play politics. I mean, this is ridiculous. AOC has said herself, if I'm a one-term congressperson, so be it. So she understood, right? Again, we've looked at the videos. We know how she was speaking before she got elected and after she's been elected. Now we're just getting platitudes. Now we're just getting excuses. This is fucking bullshit, man. They sold you out. Fraud squad. I mean, what have I been telling you guys for? It's been almost a fucking year now. This is unbelievable. That we're still in this crisis. You cannot reform the Democratic Party, man. You can't do that. We're in a pandemic.
Hell.
Okay.
Within Jamal Bowman's.
You are. I mean, it was already bad before that. Not having.
It was a good idea to vote for Nancy Pelosi. Now, this was you guys' first test, and you both failed miserably. All that talk about defund the police, reparations for black people, cancel rent, all of that was just talk to get you in your safe blue seat so you can switch on us and do whatever the hell you want. All of that was just talk to put a pacifier on the left to make sure we don't either vote third party or make sure we don't rebel against the Democratic Party altogether. So since you all voted for Nancy, I wanted to ask you about your campaign promises. How in the hell is you going to cancel rent when this woman has so much money in real estate agencies? How can y'all get a vote on Medicare for All when her top donors have money in insurance companies? How can you pass reparations under her when she don't even like black people? Please tell me. Because you are the one that made these promises, not me. But I didn't go and vote for someone who thinks the exact opposite of me. They have to answer these questions. And if they don't, keep asking them. Because we don't let these politicians go and do whatever the hell they want without feedback. They might do that to the right of us on the liberal side, but over here on the real left, we question all of our politicians. Why in the hell did you vote for that devil?
It's a good question. Why the fuck did they vote for him?
Please tell me.
They do need to tell us.
Because from where I'm standing, it just don't make no sense to me. At all.
Don't make no sense to me neither.